How to finally stop caring what people think and start living for you. Let's get real. If it were easy to stop caring what people think, you'd already be doing it. You wouldn't hesitate to tell that joke. You wouldn't filter your thoughts. Before speaking, you wouldn't feel like there's a leash on your soul holding you back. Before we can talk about breaking free, we need to understand why the chains exist. Because what's happening inside you isn't random. It's not weakness. It's not you being too sensitive. It's deeper than that. Remember when you were a kid? You didn't care. You wore whatever you wanted. You sang off-key in public. You asked strange questions without worrying if you sounded dumb. You lived loud, wild, and free, unfiltered. But over time, the world started trimming you down. A mean comment, judgmental glance, punishment for being too much or too different. Each time you shrank yourself to fit in, a small part of you quietly died. No ceremony. No goodbye. Not because you were weak, but because you were smart. Your brain learned, if I show my real self, I might get hurt. You weren't afraid of judgment. You were protecting yourself from pain, and eventually, hiding became a habit. Now, you're carrying the weight of everyone's opinions like armor you never asked for. But here's what no one tells you. You're not broken. You're not a coward. You're just trapped inside a survival system your mind built to protect you. But surviving is not the same as living. Here's the wild part. People don't judge you because they know you. They judge you on the exact things they're struggling with themselves. Let's break that down. We're taught that judgment is dangerous. Like one weird look could ruin our lives. So we start editing ourselves, shaving off the parts that feel too much, trying to fit into a mold we never agreed to. But fit in where exactly? With people who forget our name the second they scroll past our Instagram story. With people who aren't even thinking about us, truth bomb. Fear of judgment doesn't protect you. It erases you. Every time you silence your truth, you're not dodging judgment. You're handing other people the power to define you. As Carl Jung said, thinking is difficult. That's why most people judge. Judgment is lazy. It's automatic. And it says far more about the judge than the one being judged. When someone says you're too much, they really mean is, I can't handle my own emotions. When they laugh at your passion or call you cringe, they're just too afraid to feel that deeply themselves. Think of Kevin. Kevin's insecure about his hair loss. So what does he notice? Everyone's hair. He doesn't care about your playlist or your laugh. He's stuck fighting his own reflection. We only judge others, where we secretly feel small. That's why failed artists become the harshest critics. That's why people who gave up on their dreams mock the ones still trying. So, fearing judgment is a trap, because it's not about you, it's about them. Their criticism isn't a bullet, it's a boomerang. Every who do you think you are really means I forgot who I was. Every that's unrealistic translates to I gave up. Every you've changed screams I'm stuck, and the worst part, dodging all those invisible arrows doesn't make you braver, it just makes you smaller. Until one day, it can't find you anymore. But the good news? That can change. Here's how to break free. Step 1. Identify the fear. Write down exactly what you're afraid people will judge you for. Not what you think, what you feel. That's the cage. Step 2. Trace the source. Ask yourself, who made me? Feel ashamed of this? Was it a cruel kid? A bitter teacher? A scared parent? That shame? It was never yours. It was passed to you like a virus. Step 3. Expose the absurdity. Next time you hesitate, ask, will this matter on my deathbed? Would a lion care about the opinions of sheep? Most judgments are laughable when you zoom out. Step 4. Do it anyway. Act with the fear, not without it. Post the thing. Say the words. Be seen. The magic happens after the cringe, your weirdness. Your voice, your truth, they're not flaws. They're your superpowers. You never needed their permission. You just needed to remember, the most dangerous prison is the one you don't know you're in, and the key has always been in your hands.